Hey guys, what's up? Oh my gosh, I just had like a minor attack, like a panic attack, because Alan texted me saying he couldn't hear any audio and I was freaking out. Alan, you're killing me. I mean, thank you for looking out, but at the same time, I was like, what? I was like, I double checked everything before we came on. It was Alan's computer or something. So, what's up, you guys? Oh my gosh, I feel like not that it's been forever, it's been a week. Obviously, we do this every Thursday, so thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Um, so yeah, I don't even know where to start. Where should we start? Let me just move my laptop a little bit closer here. Um, I have a few links to share with you guys. I have a few images queued up, ready to share with you guys before we kind of get into it. Now, if you're just tuning in, then I'll just flash this really quick. Tonight's topic. I obviously, when I first started this live stream, it was very, four topics, talked a little bit about everything, and I don't know. Now that I flow into it, I feel like four topics is a lot to talk about within an hour and a half. So I'm kind of trying this out where it's just one or two topics or one or two things to kind of focus on. So if you guys like this, great. And if not, I can always bounce back and forth and go to the four topics deal again. So, yeah, how are you guys? What's up? How have you guys been? How was your week? I would love to know. If you're in the chat, definitely say what's up. Let's see. Brenna says, glad I made it to Thursday, or made it on Thursday. Thank you. Thank you for joining, Brenna. If you guys are not familiar, in the United States, 4th of July is this Saturday. So, July 4th is Independence Day. I feel like it's slightly controversial just with everything going on. You guys know what I mean. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I am going to talk about a few things before we kind of dive in. But yeah, anyway, Independence Day for the United States is on Saturday. So, and I know Canada Day was yesterday. And also, yesterday, July 1st, so happy July. And yesterday was my brother's birthday, so happy birthday to my brother. My older brother, he's older than me by 2 years. So I got to see him, and we did, cake, all of that for his birthday. Let's see. So Australia, COVID cases are decreasing there, not like here in the US. Lise Rosetta says, in my state, in the Northern Territory, we've been COVID free since April and only recently just got one case like 2 days ago, very contained. That is so amazing and refreshing to hear. Like when I read articles about other countries just doing so well, I'm like, what is going on in the United States? The United States, the most powerful country, the richest country, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe it. I don't, it's, we literally see it before our eyes. So I'm so glad to hear Australia is doing really well. And hopefully the United States can follow in your footsteps. I don't know. I roll my eyes real hard on that. And I don't even, it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I guess we're talking about COVID. So I guess we can kind of start with that and like what's happening here. So I love that, you guys are updating me where you are. If anybody else wants to tune in and let us know like how it is in your area, in your state, in your country, in your city, wherever you are, would love to know because I didn't realize that in the northern part of Australia they have been COVID free. I had no idea. So I love that we are all sharing our experiences right now. Which, you know what, let me just share this graph. So this graph was updated today. And I hope you guys can see this. So yeah, the most recent update of this was July 2nd, which is today. And the United States is the orange line. So it's just really interesting how we were doing really well. We were going down quite a bit. And then we had this huge spike. And, I don't know. I just feel like we could have done a lot better than this image, if you know what I mean. Either way, I think this is a very embarrassing graph, if we can agree with that. I think we can all agree with that. And not that I know exactly how to fix it and what to do, but I think the United States could have done a lot better when it comes to leadership and handling COVID-19 and, starting the process a little bit earlier. But again, to each their own. But as a whole, as a country, I think we're doing terrible. I mean, the graph doesn't lie, the numbers don't lie, so I don't think we can argue there, like I said. So yeah, we are the worst in the world. We're doing the worst in the world right now. So here we are, you guys. We are the most powerful country. So there's that. The U.S. needs to get its shit together. I totally agree. And that's all I want. I live in the United States. I was born here. So, like, I'm not trying to bag on the United States. I kind of am. I'm just showing facts, and it's pretty sad. And I think it just upsets me more than anything that, like, this country, the country that everybody wants to come to for opportunities and stuff like that, it's just letting a lot of people down. My parents were immigrants. A lot of my friends are immigrants. You come to the United States for opportunity for all of this, and it's just, I feel like, especially right now during this pandemic, it really shows, what the government's doing, the politicians, all of that. So yeah, it's really unfortunate, but here we are, like I said. And I'm sure you guys are seeing in the news and, on social media, a lot of cities, a lot of counties, states are going backwards. We are going backwards now. And again, just looking at that graph earlier, I should just keep it up. The goal is to go down and to stay down. So the fact that we did really well for a moment and then just really spiked, I don't know. I just feel like people just need to stay home. I get it. The economy is rough. So I understand where, people want, places to reopen and things get back to normal. But I feel like taking this route and going backwards is just making it worse. And it's just going to drag this thing out even longer. It's going to be dragged out for at least another year or so. But I just feel like this is just not helping. And yeah, this just really shows the United States as a whole. Again, I was born here. I'm an American. Like, I'm just really disappointed. Personally. You guys might think differently, that's fine. A lot of cities and counties are going backwards. They've opened up bars and stuff, and now they're closing bars. They are getting into phase 3 or green phase, and they're taking a step back and going back a phase. So if you guys are curious, just for us here in Philadelphia, so actually in Pennsylvania, majority of Pennsylvania numbers have been pretty good lately, within the past few weeks. And we went into green phase, the other week. And the city of Philadelphia still actually is not in green phase technically, but the rest of Pennsylvania, because it's a really big state, had been in green phase, doing pretty well. I just read an article that there was a spike in Pittsburgh though, so I don't know what's happening there, and it was our highest spike in quite a long time for Pennsylvania as a state. But for Philadelphia, so I live in the city, and then my family lives outside the city in a different county. So I live in Philadelphia County, and my parents, or my mom and my brother, are in Montgomery County, so it's technically in the suburbs. So they went into green phase like a week and a half ago. I don't even know when. For the city, my mom was like, yeah, things are opening up again. And I'm like, really? Because things are kind of the same. Philadelphia as a city has been in yellow phase for quite some time. And I was getting used to yellow phase, outdoor dining and stuff like that. And then they opened for retailers with like a certain amount of capacity. And then for green phase, we were supposed to enter green phase full green phase tomorrow, July 3rd, where the suburbs where my mom lives entered green phase again for a week and a half already. In the city, we still can't do indoor dining yet. And with the new numbers and the new cases and stuff like that, Philadelphia actually pushed back its full green phase opening. It was supposed to, again, be tomorrow. And now it's going to be like a partial green phase opening. But it's pushed back to August 1st. So an entire month. So that's what's happening in the city. Again, I try to update myself daily on what's happening in the city, but that's kind of like the gist of it right now. So things in the city are kind of the same for yellow phase or from yellow phase. So yeah, that's kind of the update on my end, what's happening in Philadelphia. What else? Okay, I did kind of want to just quickly go over, things that are still going on, obviously, with the Black Lives Matter movement. I feel like it's quiet. It definitely started to quiet down on social media, but just because it's starting to get quiet doesn't mean it still doesn't exist. So, moving on from COVID, which thank you for the amazing COVID conversation, because it needs to be had and it's great to just know what's going on. But same thing with things going on in the Black Lives Matter movement. I try not to, go down this dark rabbit hole of just seeing all these videos that come up, and for my mental health, I definitely limit my, screening of just anything violent, the things that are going on with the police, the things that are just, it's very sad. And I'm a Pisces, so I get very emotional and I get very emotionally attached to things. And yeah, it's upsetting. It's upsetting when anybody dies, so whether that's from COVID, whether that's in the hands of the police, whatever it is, it's a very unfortunate time right now. But quickly, I just want to say that we still need justice for a lot of people, and Breonna Taylor, still one of them. I'm going to flash this right now. Justice for Breonna Taylor. Still rooting for this. If you guys did not sign the petitions, they are so easy to sign. So please sign the petitions. I actually have them queued up here already. So if you guys could please just take a couple seconds of your time right now to just sign some of these petitions. If you want to, obviously, but I feel like I have the attention of 20 people, and I don't know. I feel like we need to do more for her, because if this was me or if this was you, I would be doing it for you. You know what I mean? So, just please sign the petition if you would like to. Also, I have to talk about the donations. Okay, I will do that as well. Let's just move on to what happened in June for our donation. So if you guys don't know, I am actually donating all of my June YouTube AdSense revenue to the Black Lives Matter movement and half to the LGBTQ community, because June was Pride Month, and just with everything going on. So I just want to let you guys know, I'm going to post this on my Instagram as well, but the two foundations, I tried to do so much research, you guys. It is so hard to know what foundation to give to, who to donate to. I typically donate local to Philadelphia because I know that's a safe bet, because I know where that money is going. But, I wanted to make sure I found foundations and projects and organizations that, I hate to say it, but are popular and that actually take action, take these donations and put it into action. So, for the Black Lives Matter movement, I have chosen to donate half of my revenue to Color of Change. And for the LGBTQ community, I have chosen to donate to the Trevor Project. And I love the Trevor Project. I believe it's for young adults, 25 and under. But you guys can, I guess I can drop these. Oh wait, it's so funny. I'm looking at this screen because that's where all my information is for the organizations that I picked. But the chat is over here. So anyway, if you guys want to look it up, the Trevor Project, you can look that one up, and Color of Change. So thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube videos. Again, the more you watch, The more you watch through the ads, the more money we raise. So thank you guys so much. Again, I'm going to make a post on Instagram about it once, all the funds kind of go through. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for, again, watching and participating that way. If you weren't able to donate yourself, just by watching my YouTube videos, you definitely are a part of it, and I'm really grateful for you guys. So thank you guys so much for your donations. Really not too much going on, honestly, because, and like, I don't know, I'm not too mad about it, I feel like this is what we have to do to try to, get the COVID cases under control. I'm all for it. If I have to stay home, I have to stay home. That way I save money. Oh, update on that. Still have yet to get any unemployment benefits. So again, pushing a solid 2 months with no income. So that's been awesome, you guys. So I guess COVID actually kind of works out because I can't go out and do anything. So I don't spend money. Actually, here's another update for you guys as well, if you're in the United States, from the Pennsylvania Department of Labor. So if you guys didn't know, July 25th will be the last, the claim week ending on July 25th will be the last week of the federal pandemic unemployment compensation, which is that extra $600 that a lot of people are receiving, that actually ends at the end of this month. So if you need to prepare yourself, please prepare yourself or try to. This doesn't really apply to me because I've got 0 payments from them anyway, and it's been 2 months. But if you guys are on unemployment and you're doing pretty well because of that extra $600 a month, please be mindful. Please prepare yourself to not have that extra $600 a month. Again, for me, I never got it, so it doesn't really affect me in any single way. But just so you guys have a heads up, unless something changes, unless something passes, but it's July 2nd, I don't know. And then, yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed. I'm sure they will have something come up in the next stimulus package, but that's a whole nother topic too. The next stimulus package on what's going to be allocated, what are they focusing on? That's a whole nother topic. And then, is there going to be a stimulus check in that stimulus package? I don't know. I do want to get into the topic today, which is a little bit of a lighter topic, but I decided to talk about this topic because I got a message from one of you guys. And okay, so this is tonight's topic. I was going to do a Q&A, and I'm going to talk about my most toxic relationship. And again, a lot of my topics of choice are inspired by the messages I get on Instagram or an email that I get. So, I had someone message me recently just telling me about her situation, and like, I'm always here if you guys need to vent or just tell your story to someone because you don't feel comfortable telling it to anyone else. And I'm so happy that you guys feel comfortable telling me. I'm not going to tell her story or anything, but I think sometimes you just need a person to talk to. I've been watching you since you were with Craig. Oh my gosh. Super OG right here, Lise Rosetta. Thank you so much. You've definitely been with me for quite some time if you've been watching me since my relationship with Craig, which, if you guys are not familiar, I mentioned this, I think, in a last stream or 2 streams ago. That was the relationship where I had moved to New Jersey, and I lived in Jersey for about a year, a little less than a year, and then I came back because obviously we didn't work out. But this story, my most toxic relationship, was actually the relationship right after Craig. So right after I came back from New Jersey.